welcome back to Return of the Obra Dinn. Well, I think we can well and truly say that the wheels have come off our metaphorical minecart, the tracks have run out, and we finally ground to a halt, giving us a little bit of breathing space to actually take in what the hell's been going on. So, I said at the end of the last video that I needed a little bit of a breakaway from the game, and a break is what I had. About a week and a half of it, actually. So, since the last episode, I've been away for 1.5 weeks on business, and yeah, that means two things. It means that my mind should be refreshed and on a bit more of an even keel and ready to deduce some identities and discover some fates. But it also probably means that I've likely forgotten half of what we actually covered in the last couple of episodes, which is less than ideal, but I'm sure it'll all come flooding back to me before too long. I just want to say thank you very much to everybody that's been leaving comments over the last week or so as well. Mega helpful, and also has hopefully helped to get me a little bit back on track. So yeah, a few comments around. Eric had pointed out on the comments a few videos back, and also over on the Discord, that the spider riders that we've been encountering in some of these here flashbacks. In fact, let's go and... no, we can't encounter one easily, can we? But some of the spider riders, they're actually riding what looked like giant Japanese spider crabs, which are apparently real things. I mean, not that big and not being ridden by ghostly apparitions, at least one would hope not, but apparently they are things. I see you out there, shiny sparkly, always watching. Always. Also, a couple of other pointers that I picked up. Tombo and Rakoth have been massively helpful. They both mentioned that apparently I can name people without actual full death screens. So let's give that a little bit of a try. There's one or two people out there that I don't have death screens for, but whom I believe I could probably point out. So let's take a little look. Apparently we can do it through the crew manifest, but also somehow through clicking on faces here. So, let's see. This chappie here, we heard the good captain state that this was the steward, didn't we? Now, oh, I see the name thing up at the top. I didn't think to point to that. So, yeah, this is the guy that went quite mad and chopped off the other poor fellow's leg below decks. So let's see. This is the captain's mate, isn't it? Where do we have captain's mate? Captain's steward even. So is this Philip Dahl from Sweden? I don't think we've ever heard this guy speak, but we'll go ahead and mark him as such. Philip Dahl, the captain's steward. So we've named him, but of course we don't have a fate screen, so we can't label his fate, but at least we've eliminated him, not so much to actually place a name to this particular face, but to just strike another name off of the crew list to try and whittle down the possible names for other people. Marvellous. Oh, excellent. I am pleased. Let's see how that's actually marked him on the manifest. Wait, Captain Steward. Unknown. Brilliant. So it does at least put something in that space to make sure that we're not... We've actually filled out a reasonable... Oh, no. Never mind. No, we haven't. Okay. Yeah, so at least we're not doubling up. So the other route to naming people is to just select a name from here, click, and then identify them on the sketch. So kind of doing the same thing, but just in reverse. Okay, there are a few other people who I'd like to go through and try to identify, but in the meantime, let's see what else has been commented. So Tonbo had also mentioned that the Lascar house, which was mentioned by... oh no, have I forgotten his name? I've forgotten the name of our author. Henry Evans. He'd mentioned that the passengers who contracted this disease had stopped off at the Lascar house. Apparently that's some sort of charitable home or hostel or something like that for sailors who had been essentially abandoned by their crews at port. And I'm guessing it's a pretty decent place to take on extra crew members to fill up some spaces when you're visiting foreign shores. Yes, but anyway, I'm kind of going off point, but thank you for that, Tombo. Robert mentioned that the lazarette can also mean hospital, which is interesting, but I've got to be honest, this... let's just head to the forward end of the ship. I don't think that applies in this case, Robert. As interesting as that is, I don't think that resembles any form of medical care. I could be mistaken. But it looks like pretty extreme recuperative measures, if so. But interesting, nonetheless. Apparently related to Lazarus. Robert had also mentioned that the players around the gaming table were definitely Russian. That'll come in handy. So thank you very much for that little tidbit. And Vass had pointed out something quite interesting in the comments. That Mr. Galligan... Let me see, where was it now? It was the Doom! Mr. Galligan, wherever he may be, or at least who we think is Mr. Galligan, he's had his name, his rank, and what we think is his fate marked for quite some time, yet he's never been through a round of verification, which is a bloody good point. So that kind of raises the question, can we fail? Is it even possible to fail in identifying someone? It seems to me now that maybe if you put down the wrong fate, you don't get penalised for it. It just sits there, glaring at you menacingly from between the pages going, I think you've mistaken me for somebody else, sir. So I'm still fairly certain that is Samuel Galligan, but I think we might be worth revisiting his fate. It looks very much crushed by a loose cannon, but let's tell you what, let's recategorize that, because the cannon didn't come loose on its own. It only came loose because the ship was attacked by the squid. Maybe crushed by the beast? Sort of by extension? Maybe let's leave that cooking there for a little while and come back to that later. Maybe that's what it needs, because the cannon was not loose by the wee beastie. Right, again, thank you so much for the comments, very much appreciated. Now, hello, Spider Crappy. Let's take a look through the book, specifically at the sketches, because there's a couple of other people here that I believe I should be able to identify. Let me see, and maybe we could take a look and fill in any fates that we've missed out along the way. Right, so this chappy here we believe is Philip Dull. These two ladies we think we know, we whittled them down to 2 people. Oh, that's a point actually. We whittled these down to one of 2 people, but we're not sure which way around they are. Now, 2 other individuals that we've whittled down to potentially being 2 people are this chappy over here and this chappy over here. Now, I would like to revisit. I think I actually revisited it before. There we go. Soldiers of the Sea Part 6, because I'm pretty certain that these are 2 carpenters, and I believe that this gentleman here is American. I'm not 100% certain on which deck were they on. I think they were on the gun deck. Where are we now? Are we on all up? We're on all up deck. Excuse me, sorry. Coming through. Here we go. This is more like it. Let's see if I can find him. Here we are. Here's our spiky-chested chappy. Let's listen carefully to the voices, because if he's American as well, that pretty much confirms that they are both the carpenters.
What's going on? Stay back. It's already going to the net.
That's English.
Hey. Come on, boss. No, get there. Hey, cat.
Oh, I think we can identify these. So, right, let's take a little look at the transcript. I'm pretty certain I can tell which is which now. Oh, exciting times. So, on Demon. I'd be most intrigued to see who that is. It'd be worth seeing who's around on the deck here as well. Anyway, out of the way. Beat to quarters, enemy aboard. Right, so our man here with the chest, with the chest spiky, says, "What's going on?" That was definitely an American voice. Stay back. It's already done for Nick. That was a very English voice. Would be worth tracking down who belongs to that voice. He says, "Come on, boss." And another American voice, which has to be our guy back here, says, "No, get down." And he says, "Hey, catch." It's definitely him, because he's just thrown the axe at the Spider Rider. So he said, "Come on, boss," to the guy crouched down behind him. Now, there's a carpenter and a carpenter's mate. So I think it's pretty certain if this guy that we're looking at here said to the other one, "Come on, boss," then surely our mustachioed man here is the carpenter's mate, Marcus Gibbs from America. Oh, hello. Well done. Yes, nice. Right, we verified Edward Nichols, shot by Chutan. Marcus Gibbs is indeed our fellow, spiked by the terrible beast. Oh, and Ip Beng Xia, burned to death. I was a little bit uncertain about that fate, but... evidently we're fine. Right, that tells us two things. That, we're on the wrong page. That tells us two things. That our man here... Where are you? Where the... Wait, hold on. I think I've gone to the wrong section. Excuse me. When did you die? Verified. Oh, Soldiers of the Sea. Of course it was. I went back to the Dune, didn't I? Right, so this man is our carpenter's mate, which means that... Where are you now? I think he's a little bit further back, Hello. So this is our carpenter. Right. This is our carpenter, Winston Smith, from the United States, and he met an unknown fate. Now, he was skewered, wasn't he? Yeah, very much skewered. Let me see. Alive, axe burned, clawed, club, crushed. I don't know if it maybe counts as clawed, eaten, electrocuted, expired, split, killed, knifed, poison shot, speared, strangled, struck. Hooves, tail, wing. Now that doesn't fit. Shot, speared, poisoned, eaten. I'm guessing crushed. I'm guessing clawed by a terrible beast. Might be worth revisiting his memory, actually. Right, so it tells us that. The other thing that it tells us is that once again, our man Galligan, wherever he is still not being correctly identified. What's going on? So, maybe we've got the identity wrong. Let's switch this back to crushed by a cannon. That's the most obvious bit. Tell you what, before I go clawing at any other wild assumptions, let's take a look where he is on the sketch. So, we already established that, let's see, people of similar rank seem to be clustering together, so I think it's pretty certain. Has he been... Oh, wait, hold on, maybe I have got it all wrong. Because Paul Moss... Oh, no, he wasn't fully identified, was he? I thought he might have gone through a verification process if we had him right, but we didn't identify his attacker, so he wasn't up for verification at any point. So I think we can still be reasonably confident that these are stewards. In fact, where's our... Right, we know this is the captain's steward. He's wearing a very dark shirt with like a button up front. These guys are dark shirts with button up fronts as well, and collars, but dark collars. I think we can be sure these guys are stewards. That really calls into question Mr. Galligan here. Second mate steward. Who else could he be? Hold on. Maybe I'm misremembering. I'm sure he's Irish. Yes, Sir Loose Cannon. I know he's Irish. I know this for a fact. I'm still in a memory, aren't I? Hold on, I need to find the exit. Where's the out? Oh, yes, I remember this. Sorry, me again, hi. Yes, continue your invasion in peace. Right, let's go find Crushy Cannon Boy's death spot. It's not far, here we go. Right, let's listen out again. I'm sure he's Irish. I'm sure he's extremely Irish.
What's happened? Sir, loose cannon! That's his nearly over! Fight your flag!
That's a loose cannon. He even shouts loose cannon, and then he's crushed by it. So his death must be crushed by loose cannon. Surely. What am I missing? We've got the right guy on the sketch. Let's just check the manifest again. Samuel Galligan, second mate steward. Right, we've eliminated the captain steward. That's Philip Dull. We've eliminated the first mate steward. Paul Moss. Well, I can't quite remember when we eliminated him. The other 2 stewards are both from England. That was definitely not an English voice. Is there any other rank that I could be confusing these guys for? Because there's 5 of them, right, with the dark shirts. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th mate's steward and captain's steward. There's a ship's steward as well, though he's from India. Huh. I'm very confused as to why he's not being rolled in for verification. We're going to have to leave him until a bit later. He's only a 2-pipper as well. Right, let's leave him for now. There are other much more easily accessible fish to fry on board, such as this man who, despite standing on board when this sketch was being put together, next to the cook, resting on a cage of wild animals, and having an apron, and being Irish, and slitting the throat of the cow that was on board, I still defiantly refuse to believe could be the butcher. It's obviously the butcher. Obviously Emil O'Farrell. Time away from the game has lended a certain level of clarity to my thought. Oh, likewise, this guy here, I want to double check. Oh, yes, he's one of the 2 guys that got his head snipped off by one of the spider riders. How unfortunate. Let's take a look at his memories. Have we bookmarked any memories? I don't think we have we? Right, let's take a little look here. So, first memory. I'm pretty certain I know who this is, but I just want to check the order of... In fact, this is the very scene that I want to investigate, actually. Let's go and find this scene. That's not what I want to do. Oh, God. I forgot I've got to exit now, haven't I? Hi, hello, sorry, won't disturb you again this time. We need to identify him as well. Oh, actually, that's a thought. I said before, I'm about 90% sure that this guy is Martin, the man that Abigail was calling out for in her death memory. Now that we know that we can identify people without death scenes, let's just go ahead and do that. I'm pretty damn certain that this is Martin Perrott, 3rd mate. So let's scribble him in. At least that's another name scrawled off of the manifest. Thank you so much for the tip that we can do that without having a death scene. That's so handy. What was I looking for? Oh, yes, we need to go down a deck to the all-up deck. Sorry, excuse me. Hello. I'm still completely bloody baffled as to who that is. And head to... Wait, am I going to the wrong end of the deck? I believe I am. Or am I? No, that's the gunner's office, damn it. This is the way I wanted to go. Because I want to visit the surgery. Hello. Hi. Oh. Damn. The memory that I thought was here isn't here. Was it? Oh, it was you. I think. No, it wasn't. This is not the memory I intended to come into, but this is the memory that has these 3 guys who are almost certainly Russian. We'll come back to this later. I need to... Hold on. Where's the exit? Oh, there it is. Yeah, we'll come back to this scene later. I'm trying to find the other guy from the last guy house. He wasn't far away, I don't think. Was it this? Oh, it was this fellow, that's why. Here we go. Right. So, this is the scene where Martin and, the monker are, will you pipe down the music a little bit? Doesn't need to be that dramatic. We've been here before.
If so, we don't have it. They must have picked it
Yes,
up.
so...
I checked all of it.
What's your name again? Henry Evans. So, Henry Evans and Martin... the 3rd mate are discussing the fate of poor Mr... Was it Saeed that's in the bed? Or was Saeed the one that passed away in the hammock? Or are they one and the same? I don't know. Yeah, they're discussing his fate. But behind the 2 of them, sat most comfortably alongside the surgeon in the surgeon's office, is our man that we're trying to identify. And if I remember correctly... I'm pretty damned... Oh. Let's try that again. I'm pretty damned certain that he was also... Let's go to the next one. Confusingly, he was in... Oh, he would have been hauling the body up the stairs after he'd expired in the surgeon's office. And then, yes, he was on deck in Chotan's scene. Pretty certain... Sorry, excuse me. No. If that dude is... where's Chotan? Here we go. Chotan and the unfortunate deckhand that got spiked at the same time. Yes! There he is, with the doctor's bag. This man here... surely must be... surgeon's mate, James Wallace from England. That would make sense, because he's constantly following Henry around, isn't he? Oh. Yes, 3 more fates correct. I think this definitely proves that we don't lose if we get them wrong. James Wallace, surgeon's mate, was decapitated by a terrible beast. Emma Farrell is obviously the butcher. And Winston Smith was clawed by a terrible beast. Ladies and gentlemen, it took long enough to get there, but I think we're finally on some sort of a roll. Right. Sorry, hi. Continue. I suppose I should be looking around these scenes whilst I'm here for any clues that might give away any other identities. Oh, I know one other person. I know one other person who I would like to try and fathom out. I think I might have called one person's identity incorrectly all through the game. I've got a feeling that possibly Purser here is not a Purser at all. I think that possibly Purser Jr., who we saw in the Purser's office during, I think it was the initial attack of the Spider Riders, is the Purser. And I've got a feeling that this could potentially be somebody else of fairly high rank on board. Let me see. Who have we got left? So he's obviously a man of some stature aboard our vessel, because he's got a fancy hat. And everybody knows that if you've got a fancy hat on your head, you are elevated to a position of power. So, who's left? I think it's probably unlikely to be the bosun's mate. Thinking about it, oh, hold on. Maybe... could it be the bosun's mate? Let's see. The bosun had... I don't know if similarity in shapes of hat has any sort of bearing on... Wait. Linda... No, I don't think he's going to be the bosun's mate, is he? I don't think so. No, we identified him. He's, oh, yes, he was named a... it's a slightly derogatory name for someone of European origin, but not French. Okay. Could he be... Oh, hold on. We can probably eliminate him as bosun's mate by listening to his voice. He spoke in the scene where our midshipman Thomas Lanky died. So, let's head below decks again. I'm basically trying to eliminate the guy that I've been calling possibly Purser all along. Is it this deck? Are we on the right deck? Yes, we are. I'm trying to eliminate him as a possible, as possibly being the bosun's mate. Now, we know that the bosun's mate is French. When the bosun was dying, he said, "Where's my Frenchman?" Let's listen out for his voice. Should be this...
Oh, no! You're cut!
Oh, wait, no, wrong.
Don't leave me. Bear up, son. I'll stay with you.
Wrong. I think it's actually possibly Purser's death scene that we need to examine to hear his voice. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can pick up an accent from him. Here we go. Yes, brain splattered along the wall. It's all coming back to me now. So let's listen out for his voice. Should be the first one that comes up, I think.
King off. Captain Cameron was posted.
You have a plan?
Yes. Take a ship and sail east. Trade wretched fish and shells for gold. Who's that?
Doesn't... I forgot that was that violent. Doesn't sound particularly French to me. Tell you what we might be able to do. We could potentially identify this guy here, couldn't we? Because he's officer material. We know that much. Do we have any... Have we whittled it down to one officer? Fourth mate? Yes, we have. John Davies, England. Let's see. He's got to be a mate, surely. If we take a look at the sketch, all of the ship's mates that we've identified so far... So, obviously, captain has a big captain's hat. The first mate has a slightly less impressive captain's hat. But third and second mates both have those forward-facing, sort of peaked seafaring hat things, as does he. He's got to be the remaining mate, surely. I think that's got to be John Davies, fourth mate. Cool. And we heard in that last scene that he's definitely English. So that's another one down. He's ready for verification. Who else can we pick out? So, let me see. So he's likely to be a man of some stature. I don't think he's boatswain's mate. Gunner's mate from Poland? Maybe. Was that a Polish accent? Olus Wiata, I think? Gunner's mate? Let's see. Oh, hold on. He is stood next to the gunner. Oh. We could be onto something then. In fact, tell you what, let's take a look at the purser role. What? Oh, the purser's Scottish. I'm pretty certain he was not Scottish. Well, for fear of flip-flopping around different people, let's take a look at this guy who was in... We did see in the purser's office. He's the only one we did see at any point in the purser's office. Let's see what memories he appeared in. Oh. Oh, he disappeared in the Doom. Or just vanished? Okay, right. Let's take a look at you. Let's get you bookmarked and flip back through your scene. So he was on the main deck, apparently, during this guy being torn apart. I'm wondering, because this guy's so unique and because he's got such crazy markings, I wonder whether he could possibly be our Persian top man. He was up in the rigging when our Chinese top man got electrocuted by the lightning strike. Let's see, what other top men have we got? We've got Russian, English, New Guinea, Maba. I can't imagine... I wouldn't have thought a Guinean would have those markings. I think that could be our Persian guy. But I don't want to take a stab at it at the moment. I'm going to use that unknown topman marking for him for now. I think he could be our Persian. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Our guy that's possibly Purser Jr. apparently was also on deck here? Interesting. Ooh, that's a thought. Our guy that took out Lanky and called him Bloody Dane English and also said, "You killed my brother." Exactly like that. I remember it well. Maybe it might be worth looking through the manifest in a moment for people with identical surnames. That might whittle this guy, Bruce Willis, down to one of two people. Worth a go. Anyway, back on the pursuit of our possibly Purser Jr. He was in... Here we go, this is the scene. Yes, when this guy was killed in the side corridor, he was shot by accident. And our man, possibly Purser Jr., I believe was in the Purser's office. Let's visit that scene. So that's the orlop deck, one more down. And it was... Is this the purser's office? This is the purser's office. Okay. I think our guy was down there. Yeah, there we go. Let's jump back into this memory and take a look for our possibly Purser Jr. That's utterly horrific. Utterly horrific. The noise that it makes is horrible. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's the guy that was pinned to the wall.
Someone shoot the damn thing!
This guy's cowering in the purser's office. I think this got to be the purser, surely. Well, we can mark him as purser anyway because we don't know what his fate was. He was one of 5 that disappeared at the end of the Doom. Or 7, maybe. I think maybe put him down as the purser because we're not going to get round to figuring out his fate probably until the end anyway. Okay, let's leave him for now. Anybody else we can potentially identify? So that's our topman that was electrocuted. We know that he was Chinese. How many Chinese topmen have we got? Or it's very, very likely... Oh, we got 4 Chinese topmen. Oh, God. It's very, very likely he's Chinese. He's one of these 4. Because he was the guy that was on deck translating for the captain when he was interrogating Chiu Tan, the second Formosan bodyguard. I mean, we've already got him as unknown topman. We can't really do much more. This guy is also... Oh, interesting. He's also Chinese because he was translating what It Beng was saying in the lifeboat when the mermaids attacked. So let's take a look. Do we have... How many Again, just going purely on uniform. Ooh, for people like topmen, is it safe to go on uniform? You've got a fairly similar uniform to him. Whereas with stewards, they've got sort of quite tight uniforms. That came out wrong. I don't mean they've got tight uniforms. Men in uniform, and etc., etc. What I mean is they've got quite strict and established uniforms because they are stewards. I don't know whether crew as far down the ranks as top men would have a strict uniform, so I don't know whether it's as reliable to go on what they're wearing to identify their rank. Interesting. Would be worth... Let's take a look and see what other memories this guy appears in. Let's bookmark his. He perished in the Calling, so we know that he died, out at sea on one of the lifeboats. Like I say... right, he's not doing the... Oh, they say strange things about monsters. There we go. So we know that he's likely Chinese because he can understand what the Formosans or the Taiwanese are saying. We just don't know what rank he is. Let's take a look. He previously appeared in this scene when our man here got shot, which is fair because that was when they were loading into the life rafts to go out to try and set off for the Canary Isles. Previously, he was on the Execution. Okay, yeah, we know he was sat up the mast there, and then previous to that, he was on the gun deck. Oh, interesting. When Saeed died in his hammock, he was. I think it might be worth revisiting this scene, maybe. Let's again just go with my first plan of. Seeing if there are any other Chinese crew other than Topman. Oh, no, there aren't. Oh, so he is a Topman. Balls. Well, that screws that plan up then, doesn't it? Oh, nuts. We're not going to be able to identify him just yet. Let's put him down as an unknown Topman then. Oh, rubbish. I don't know what his fate was, actually. Let's see. Perished in the Calling. Might be worth... I think it might be worth revisiting that entire sequence of events soon, because I feel like I was, again, the whole minecart analogy, I was being carried along so fast that I forgot to fill out a few fates. Right. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pay one last visit to a scene that we've revisited a couple of times, because I'm still a little bit twitchy about one gentleman in particular who we failed to identify way back in the sequence of events. And that was the gentleman who was, oh, went the wrong way, silly me. Unfortunately positioned somewhere behind our gunner here. Oh, that sends shivers down my spine. So we know our gunner got his half of the top half of his body ripped away. But in the same scene, we've also got the death of this particular chap. I don't know if we can identify who he is. Oh, he's 3 pips. Bloody hell. But I think we can say with pretty good confidence that he was blasted away by the cannon. Where's my exit? Here we go. If memory serves, he was stood directly behind the gunner when that cannon went off. I think this chap can attest to that. Yes, so there's our gunner, and that's our mystery man. He was stood directly behind the gunner when the cannon actually went off. Surely he must have been hit by the blast as well. I just wish we could identify who he was. Right, let's say... where are we? Shot by cannon. By an unknown attacker. Well, by the vicious beast, I guess. We just don't know who the hell he is. He's in 9 memories, though. Okay. We'll come back to him. I think that might be worth revisiting after a bit more process of elimination. Oh, we're on a bit of a roll here. Let's see if we can't get 1 or 2 before we have to sign off. Now, let me see. There's a name. John. Let's go visit John. Right, let's find a set of stairs. So, when our Captain Steward went a wee bit crazy down below decks and hacked this poor fellow's leg off that was laying down here, Henry Evans, the ship's surgeon, I'm sure, mentioned the name John. Let's listen out.
Keep pressure here.
Hold him down. What madness is this? 20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
We've identified the steward.
Beasts carry a curse.
That's our bosun. Here we go.
Tie him up.
Oh no.
Put him in the lazarette with those things.
That's where the steward ended up.
Yet find his senses.
Come on.
Right, here's Henry.
All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
So grim. Right, all's fine, John. Worth noting that there was what looked like a Scandinavian bit of text there as well. Right, let's investigate that in a moment. Right, here's the poor guy with the leg missing. Quite what the leg was doing over there, no idea. John, let's hold on. Here we go. Right. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg? So, this is John? Oh, I didn't even fill out his death. Right, okay. An unknown fate. Let me see. Axed. Well, no, he was, there was a sword. Yeah, sword on the ground. Unknown fate. Axed alive. Crushed, decapitated, dread. Knife. Killed with a sword. Struck. No. Suicide, torn apart. Spikes, beard shot. I mean, he who was killed by blood loss, presumably. Okay, we'll put killed with a sword by our captain's... Where are you? Captain Steward. Here we go. Captain Steward Philip Dull. Now, let's see. Do we have a John on board? So, Charles Jack Bird, Davy. We have a John Naples, seaman from Wales. He and the fourth mate, was it? Are the only Johns on board, I think. Of course, the fourth mate's not good. Yeah, John Davies are the only Johns on board. We've already identified John Davies. It's got to be John Naples. Right? Seems logical to me. Now, let's just revisit the script because, like I said, yeah, we've got a Scandinavian looking voice on here. Let me see. Our bosun was Austrian, wasn't he? So it's not going to be him. Right, process of elimination. Who we got here? No, not you. No. Ooh. Right, that's one of our stewards, isn't it? We haven't identified you. Do we have one of the stewards? No, the only remaining stewards are from England. Okay, so it's not him. That's Henry. That's Henry's assistant. So the only... That's Hoskett, I think, isn't it? Yeah, that's first mate Hoskett. So... Let me see. We've not identified Big Boy here in the stripes yet, have we? Do we have any... I would imagine, seeing as he's pretty rank and file, he's not wearing a uniform, he was sent to hold back the Formosans during the execution, the judgment sketch there. I'd imagine he's probably just a seaman. Do we have any Scandinavian seamen? I have to be so careful when I'm saying that. Let me see. Lars Linde was from Denmark. Russia? No. England, Ireland, Sierra Leone. Okay. Any topmen? Can't imagine he's a topman. He looks a bit too big and bulky to be a topman. No. And then we get into officer ranks. Is... Okay. Maybe I've misread it. Is, God, he's in 14 memories. Bloody hell. Hold on. Hold on. Is that Scandinavian? Iradara, you fools. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg? Iradara. Maybe it's not Scandinavian. Wait, hold on. We've definitely ID'd the right guy as the steward, haven't we? Yes, we have. England, Ireland, Sierra Leone, India. Okay. I don't think that the Russian language has that that curly whirly bit on top of the letters like this. I could be wrong. Okay, anyway, I'm pretty happy that that's John. How do we get out? Oh, hold on. Right, one of these could be... Oh, God, there's more people. There's so many people. My boss... Oh, of course, yes, they were bringing the chest down, weren't they? How in the world am I going to possibly identify whose voice that was? So, it might not be anyone down there that had the what I believe to be Scandinavian voice. Now, let me see. So, this is our artist, ES, isn't it? Mr. Spratt. Edward Spratt, the artist. I feel like he was English, I want to say. Let's see. Ship's artist was English. The butcher who we've identified here was Irish. Maybe it's probably not possibly Purser. Unknown song. Let me see. Do we have anyone of Scandinavian origin here? Wait, hold on. Do we have anyone? Oh, God, oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Who's the one Scandinavian person on board the whole bloody ship? Philip Dahl, the captain's steward. He's the guy, as he was being hauled away, that said, "You fools." Oh, well, okay, that was a wild goose chase, wasn't it? Is there anything going on over yonder? Poor man in a barrel. No, I don't think there is. I need to find out how the hell I get out of here. Okay, not that way, apparently. Wait, where's... Sorry, excuse me, gentlemen. Does anybody know the way out? Oh, of course, this was just after... This was just after our man down here had been, squished on the back of the head. Oh, who I don't think I actually marked as such. No, I didn't. Unknown fate. Crushed. Can I be kind of rigging stones? None of the above. So this guy was cracked on the back of the head by the sort of I suppose it's almost like a what's it called now? The not gurney, what's the word? The flat thing that you put bodies on. The two guys are carrying one here, that thing on the back of the head. No! Whoa, Jesus, that was loud. I didn't intend to do that. That was really loud. That thing. That net thing. What is it? He was... Right, decapitated, drowned, eaten, electrocuted, expired, bloody... illness. Struck. Hooves, tail wing, no. Suicide, torn apart. Shot, poisoned, speared. I'm really confused. What? Oh, fell. Down the stairs, I guess? Yes, he did take a tumble. Yeah, I suppose he did. I suppose he did fall down the stairs, make contact with that barrel, and then got hit on the back of the head by that thing, which just compounded matters. Well, I think we've done all right, you know. I think we've managed to. Oh, this is when our artist came sprinting through. I think we've done all right. We've managed to piece together another few items here. That's who we think now is the purser. Okay, I think we'd probably be just as well to leave it there. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. Really do appreciate it. If you'd like to leave a like or you care to leave a comment, pop them down below. Let me know how you think I'm getting on, and please feel free to point out if I've missed something blatantly obvious. But whatever you do, don't tell me what it is. Let's keep the suspense going for a bit longer, eh? Thank you so much. I will catch you in the next one, and hopefully we might be able to actually complete our mission here pretty soon, I think. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.